He always cracks up because I do these openings. Welcome back to Obsessive Prepper AZ and Highwayman Trucking. Today we're going to go pick up a load of what?
A load of onions. I wasn't going to work, and then I've only been home a day and a half, and I got my 34 in, and I look at the load board every day religiously, and there was a really good paying load of onions going from Scottsdale, which is 15 miles away, to Las Cruces. It's a tarp load, but the onions are boxed, which is nice. I won't haul the bagged onions. It's just a pain in the butt. I won't do it. But
I decided to go along on this trip because I've got a neat idea on how to store onions for longer term, how to get a longer shelf life on your onions. And a lot of times we'll go on these loads, and a lot of times we go out to these farms, they'll give us some produce. So fingers crossed, we'll see if we get some. We might have more onions than we know what to do with.
Yeah, I mostly brought her because I got to throw a tarp, and it's 100 degrees
and
out
I'm
today.
going to help. So you see this hairdo? It's all wrapped up. It's probably going to be soaking wet by the time it's over.
I get to come right back by the house before I head out, so I'll stop and take a shower and all that stuff before we get on the road.
Throw me out. And anyways, come along with us, and we'll go pick up some onions. Now give you an idea of what some things truckers have to do when they go get a load is we are going 25 miles out of our way. That's right, 25 miles out of our way to a Love's to get scaled because we need to know what the truck weighs empty weight. So of course I'm going to jump out of the truck also, and so he can get an empty weight. Then what happens is the driver has to go pick their load up, and then somewhere along the way, you know, obviously within a few miles, get rescaled again. So what, the scaling is $12 for the first scale, and how much for the second? $3. So it costs $15 from the driver.
Plus 50 miles out of my way.
Plus 50 miles, give or take, yeah, out of our way to get scaled. But this is something that a truck driver has to do when they get certain loads.
First way.
Tractor number?
206.
Please pull off the scale. Don't block it when you come inside. I need the license plate for the truck and the trailer. Thank you.
So this is one of the changes that they've done at the Love's truck stops. Instead of helping yourself with the drink island or the hot dogs, they've got somebody that is going to help us whenever they seem to get here, which kind of slows down things a little bit, but it's no longer self-serve. Also put plexiglass up, face high, which is smart. A lot of changes that are going on. So they've closed it off also where you can't get your own hot dogs. So there's
Attention customers. Love's is committed to providing our guests safe, clean, and well-maintained locations across the country.
So they help you.
Please join us by practicing proper hand washing and social distancing.
So we pull up, and this gentleman pulls up, super nice guy, and we're going to load out in the field, and he asked us, told us to come over here to this office over here, and he says, and then we'll scale you. And that's where, like, brokers do not give you the complete information. I don't know, this long thing here, if you can see it, is a scale. And so we could have scaled for free, not driven 25 miles out of the way, but instead the broker doesn't find this information out, doesn't tell us, so we drive 25 miles out of the way, fuel, and also have to pay $12 for the first scale. And yeah, you know, it's just unfortunate brokers don't give you all the information. Arizona dust devil. You know what's hot out in these fields, but these guys are smart because they wear long sleeves. Bags and bags of onions.
Look at him coming off the bus.
Maybe I should have wore a hat. Smart though, look, they've got porta potties on a trailer to go to the bathroom now versus them going to the bathroom out in the fields. Hence romaine lettuce and why everybody's been getting sick.
Thank you, sir.
So this is what we're carrying, is a bunch of onions. We're going to go ahead and get turned around before we get to loading. Look at all those onions.
Get that off for me.
Woo! I'm telling you what, 22 straps, what we had to strap down, and got the whole load done, and the guy that took us in gave us a bunch of onions. So I'm going to show you real quick, come with me, and I'm going to show you what I do with my onions. So this is what I do with my onions. I learned this trick years ago. My mom and dad used to bring me bunches home of Vidalia onions. And what you do is you put your onions in pantyhose, tie a knot. These here have been up here for 2 months now. And what you do is when you're ready to, sorry about the light going in and out, when you're ready to use an onion, just cut down below the knot and you have onions. And none of these onions have gone bad. None of them are turning green, where they, you know how when you normally have them on a shelf, they will grow. They're still extremely hard. You can see, like, I am like squeezing this guy and he is perfect still. So now all I'm going to do, now you can buy just regular, if you have old pantyhose, use your old pantyhose. Don't go buy anything new. If you don't, it just like the legging ones like this will work. Sometimes I will use, you know, if you use your pantyhose, just leave the crotch part in. Don't cut that off because that's where you can hang it from. But then all I do is drop my onions in my hose. Once you get it in, tie a knot. And keep doing it all the way up. And it's such a nice trick to be able to store your onions without them having to go bad. And you know what I'm talking about. If you have I've got a sweet potato over here. Let me show you. This is what we're talking about, growth on your vegetables. And with this, by doing your pantyhose, you don't have this issue. It's coming along. Also, another great idea, if you haven't seen my videos on dehydrating, I definitely suggest checking those videos out. Dehydrating, all you've got to do on onions is chop them up, coarse chop, and then throw them in the dehydrator and dry them. Garlic, I'll use like my KitchenAid grater, I'm sorry. I'm sweating. Sorry, I'm hot right now. I use my KitchenAid grater. I'll grate the garlic up and dehydrate it. So another great way to store your product. One strand of onions that will last well into probably 3 months in my closet. And again, just hammer a nail at the top, let them hang. Definitely the cooler the better, the darker the better. And by having the pantyhose, it just makes your onions breathe and they last so much longer. Ooh, that smell.
Apologize to every man watching this. This is not how we envision thigh-high stockings in any way, shape, or form.
Can't you smell that smell?
I go to work. Have a good day.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. If you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.